This podcast contains discussion of sensitive topics that may be triggering for some viewers. If you feel that you may be triggered, please exercise self care and consider skipping this episode. We also want to remind our viewers that the assumptions, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests on this episode are their own and do not reflect the assumptions, views, and opinions of the organizations and institution. Furthermore, we ask that everyone watching respects the privacy and safety of the individuals involved.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Escusar and I'm with
I'm ℏ𝕗𝓵
And I'm Fernando Benasian, and we welcome you to
Let's G Psychology!
Welcome to episode 2 of our podcast series, Aninag sa Alapaap. And let's welcome our guests.
I'm Ryan Bofill from DPS Academic Committee and I am also studying BS Psychology.
And I am Aaron Mendoza, third year AB Psych, and I am the Chief of Academic Committee in DPS.
We'll be talking about 4 different topics, and yeah, we will.
So ayun, kumusta naman kayo guys bago ang everything? Kumusta naman kayo? Kumusta yung last week?
Okay naman, nagbawi sa, hang out with friends, hang out with family, hang out with self, playing games, gano'n.
So parang,
Yeah.
light lang.
Oo, ganun talaga. Kayo ba? Ikaw ba rin?
Okay naman, so far, syempre as always busy kasi work and hibernation mode talaga ako. So, recently lang ako nag-ayos ng mga schedule ko. So, okay naman so far.
So, let's start na. Yung parang pinaka-gist muna natin. Let's start with resiliency. Specifically, Filipino resiliency. Let me give you an example. So, let's say, an older sibling, kuya, ate man, tapos, merong younger sibling. Tapos, let's say, spoiled, or mas tinututukan ng parents. Nabibigay sa kanya lahat ng gusto niya, lahat ng mga ganon. Tapos, what can you say kapag yung older sibling is nagkikimkim ng feelings niya instead of communicating yun sa parents niya or even dun sa sibling? Like, is it a positive kind of resiliency or a negative kind?
Ako ba muna?
For you.
Para sa akin, kasi pwede siyang both. Kasi positive, kasi you know your limitation. Alam mo kung hanggang saan ka, alam mo yung kung kailan ka dapat magsalita. Pero negative, kasi ang result niya, nagbabattle up ka ng emotion. So parang in the long run, ayun yung parang go-to response mo pagdating sa mga ganung scenario, for example.
Sa inyo ba, Kuya Abraham?
Kanina, I want to know your idea first about Filipino resiliency so I can connect it better dun sa concept mo of, siblings, because when we talk about Filipino resiliency, yung unang papasok sa akin is poverty and disaster response. Kasi whenever there are disasters, di ba? Lagi naman meron sa atin mga bagyo, ganyan, sira ang mga bahay, maraming mga baha, ang daming mga nangyayari. Pero, ang nagiging narrative is mag-donate, magtulungan, mag-volunteer, like the spirit of volunteerism, ganyan, and endure. Pero there are always the aspects of what about yung preparedness before? What about yun nga, yung risk, disaster risk preparedness? What about yung parang safety nets natin after? What happened to those? Are we always gonna keep up na ganitong cycle? Okay, let's ask help from the community. Let's ask awareness, but what about like the reforms needed for better ano. So that's my idea about Filipino resiliency. So can I hear about your idea first of all?
Siguro for me, generally, for Filipinos kasi parang yung concept of Filipino resiliency nag-rely na siya on parang yung family type na bond within family members. Although it's still subjective to those families na siguro hindi sila close, hindi sila ano. So I think yung sa Filipino resiliency is parang ano siya, yung nag-expect yung mga kunwari family members na kapag meron problema is kailangan nila mag-push through it, believe in God, parang ganon na since madami din kasi sa ating mga Filipino is very religious, tsaka anong tawag doon, imbes na well, not saying na everybody is like this, pero kasi merong iba na instead of maghanap ng efficient way to fix a problem, parang tawag doon, maghahanap sila ng even harder way or parang hindi siya as effective as other options, imbes na parang masyado silang stuck on one solution lang. So, yung sa resiliency nila, minsan hindi na siya nagiging tama and beneficial for their families. Parang gano'n.
Yes, okay. I see where you're getting at now. I think this is not limited lang sa siblings. Yun nga, kasi iba-iba nga yung mga tao and iba-iba rin yung kultura ng mga families. No? They're more conservative. Yes, and I think relevant nga sa context natin yung religiosity na one of our sandigan, ganon, or like whenever we encounter conflict, the first things that come to mind is religion or God. Now, in that process, we forget or it overshadows yung more concrete and more effective na solutions sa problems, and that involves
Actually, I want to add din kasi parang sa Filipinos, they've been taught na maging contento ka na lang, maging grateful ka na lang sa ganito. Like for example, kayo ng bare minimum. Tapos, yun lang the survivor, kasi sabihin na lang, ay maging grateful na lang tayo, utang na loob na natin to sa kanila, na binigyan nga tayo ng bare minimum. But in fact, we can ask for more. And then dahil doon, I think nag-root yung resiliency na parang we've been forced to survive na lang dun sa bare minimum na binigay. But in fact, we can, yun nga, ask for more dun sa, for example, government. So, in addition lang sinabi ni Kuya Abraham.
So it seems very, what do we call that, very internalized sa culture natin. Parang we can talk about it, start from, I guess, the community, the bigger population, or we can talk about it in the context of family. Because it's present in both levels.
I'd like to say na regarding ito sa self-harm topic, so just be forewarned. Pero what do you think is parang mali yung approach? For example kasi, yung approach ng optional na pumasok. Hindi sila binigyan ng parang break or suspension classes. Binigyan sila ng option na pumunta. Pero parang pang naisip mo parang ba hindi nang sinuspend yung klase? Hindi na siya pumapasok pero chinus pa rin na pumunta sa
yun yung parang deadly of niya. I think it's difficult kasi to give a sufficient opinion about especially dun sa nature yung sinabi mo na I it's hard to give a sufficient opinion about that without, kasi unless we have, like, data, for example, marriage and diary or whatnot, or we can go to extensive lengths dun sa interviewing the people around them, then I guess we can give justice dun sa story niya. Pero, if we're just gonna go on conjectures, I mean, for me, I'd rather not, kasi baka I would, like, it's injustice to the person. But when it comes to the system, hindi, kasi parang gano'n, kasi paano siya, parang band-aid solution. Oh, may nangyari. Anong pwede natin gawin dito? Maybe, yung system natin, yung existing rules and regulation natin about this, hindi na foresee yung ganitong bagay, hindi natin to covered. Anong gagawin natin dito? I guess bigyan na lang natin sila ng option na hindi pumasok. So yun yung announcement. But when it comes to, for example, the individual session, the individual classes, the faculty, halimbawa sa school na yun, jam-packed sila ng tasks or strict yung teacher and hindi siya mapagbigay. Sabihin niya, oh, may choice kayo, hindi kayo pumasok, pero itutuloy natin to, tutuloy natin yung quiz. So what happens is, pointless lang yung band-aid solution lang. It didn't really solve anything. It didn't really prepare for the next time it can happen. I'm not saying that it will happen again, but prepare for the next time it happens. And that part is important because I guess this is we're edging towards sociology and 𝓾 yung theory of suicide ni 𝓾. Basically, one of his primary assumptions is that suicide is a symptom of the society. Like, it does not happen on the individual level lang. Somebody committed suicide, siguro meron siyang personal problems na. No, it happens in the society. There's something in the society that makes it happen to that person. And most likely, it can happen again and again kasi nga, there's something something.
So I think parang dagdag ko lang doon, parang kapag ganun kasing society, parang kunwari binigyan ka ng assessment kahit pwede namang umabsent, diba? So parang we are forced parang to cope up with it na lang. So parang ayun na yung negative side ng resilience. Although resilience is good and it's sad for me yung trait na yun, pero yung the way we acquired it is yun na yung nakakasad doon. Kasi parang parang nauulit na lang yung nangyayari sa mga So, with regards dun sa sinabi mo, Kuya Abraham, like, regarding dun sa, parang kasing dahil dun, parang nagiging ng over-reliant na lang tayo. Instead na mag-rely tayo sa system, naging over-reliant na tayo dun sa sarili natin. Dahil, ayun na nga, ano yung system natin. So, with regards po dun, what do you think about yung general situation ng mental health dito sa Philippines?
I guess like in the context of what we mentioned earlier, I think this is where the Filipino really comes in with resiliency and mental health. Kasi when it comes to mental health, so it's not only pertaining to mental disorders, syempre, everyone knows mental health. We really rely on interpersonal connections and our support systems, our families. Hindi lang sila social-emotional support, they're also anong tawag doon? Anong tawag sa anong tawag sa mga sorry, talok na ako. Ano ba? Yung mga social support na social services, public services, supposedly, for example, free education, or
Seminars.
accessibility to public health. Ngayon, when something like those happens, and the same with mental health, when we have health problems, when we have kanina tayo lumalapit, minsan hindi na pumapasok sa atin yung accountability sa government. And usually kasi yung response ng mga tao and mga matatanda pag sinabi ako accountability sa government, umaasa na naman kayo sa gobyerno, ganito, ganyan. When those services, I mean, the government is there to provide public services from taxes, funds na kinuha sa population, diba? So, ang nangyayari, when things like that happen, ang una nating nilalapitan is
Yung
family. Yes. Halimbawa, ano ba, mahal pang matrikula, kanya-kanyang diskarte yung pamilya, ang lapit sa mga kamag-anak. Meron nangyaring, hospitalized ganito ganyan ba, COVID-19. Hingi tayo ng tulong sa family, hingi tayo connections, meron ba tayong connections sa mga like political connections?
Tsaka yung accessibility. Parang hindi nila masyadong parang very public made ganon yung accessibility. Parang kailangan kung sino yung mas nangangailangan sila talaga yung lalapit sa kanila. So parang hindi nila yung government mismo yung lalapit sa mga nangangailangan. Yun yung problem. Paano naman yung mga may problem talaga na alam mo yun na parang in denial sila sa sarili nilang mental health problem, di ba? So, ayun yung problem when it comes to accessibility sa public health services na ino-offer ng government din at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's very, that's very laganap sa mental health kasi there's still the stigma din naman sa atin diba na mental health, parang tulad nito, dumating yung COVID-19 pandemic, isolated sa kanya-kanyang mga bahay and all. Many people are suffering, but they don't really know the concept of mental health. So they can really identify the chaos that is happening inside them. And when they act differently, usually they receive shame. Parang ano ba yan? Nag-iinarte ka? Ano ba problema sa'yo?
Parang yun nangyayari, yung stigma din kasi is the forced resiliency, which is, ayun nga, it could be included sa band-aid solution nga. So parang pinapersa nila yung masa kasi ayun lang yung kaya nilang magawa. Yun lang yung madali. Yun lang yung immediate solution for that certain problem, which is not good kasi pinapersa mo yung tao which is dapat meron tayong parang free will or free choice na gawin yun or hindi gawin. Parang ganun.
Yun nga. Minsan rin kasi yung mga students kasi parang medyo nahihiya sila na mag-approach dun sa mga guidance counselors or sa mga people na closest sila sa closest to the heart, parang gano'n, maybe loved ones or very best friends or any therapist, parang medyo nahihiya sila.
So, in regards to that, I just want to ask na parang kasing there's a very strong connection between hiya and yung stigma. So, parang which do you think comes first? Yung stigma ba or hiya? Or hiya causes stigma or stigma causes hiya? Kasi there's, kasi diba, parang connection talaga. So, what are your thoughts about it?
I guess before we talk about stigma and hiya, I guess parang you can give like a short description about it first. Parang like a refresher course lang din sa atin and sa listeners natin. So,
Based kasi sa nabasa ko, hiya is basically hesitation or withdrawal of behavior. As a result, parang pag-neglect ng isang tao ng emotions or ng stand nila. So for you ba, Ate Rar, yung stigma ba causes hiya or hiya causes stigma?
Para sa akin kasi, stigma, it causes hiya. Kasi ang hiya, parang siyang after effects ng stigma kasi. So, bakit ka ba, like, walang sense kasi kung yung hiya makukuha na bagay yung stigma. Kasi yung stigma, it's a negative. It could be positive, it could be negative. Pero on the negative side, it could result to, mo yun, yung hiya na parang pag-withdraw o pag-invalidate ng sarili mong stand. Kasi parang na-apektuhan ka ng stigma. So, ayun yung para sa akin. Ayun.
So, sure na ba? So, from $1 question, right?
Wow.
Nahihiya ba kayo maging honest sa parents or family about sa problems mo? Especially kapag related sa mental health. Kasi syempre, mag-hesitate ka na ka. Kasi, may problema din naman sila. So, How back, gano'n.
Basically, how you feel.
Ano naman, siguro sometimes nahiya ako kasi alam ko yung situation nila eh. At nakikita ko bilang, parents or even friends, alam ko situation nila sa buhay. So, parang ako nakaka-feel din ako ng iyo kasi parang ayoko din dumagdag sa kanila. Ay, yung mentality na ayoko dumagdag sa problema nila, knowing na hindi ko alam kung tatanggapin ba nila ako or hindi, parang gano'n. So, yeah, sometimes nahiya talaga. Ayun. Pero sometimes hindi, pag alam ko naman na medyo like yung, environment, parang yung vibe. Kasi I go with the vibe. Ayun.
Gusto ko pala type of person.
Ito naman, ito yung seryoso na type na parang...
Ako yung ginanong mo sa seryosong tanong.
Napagalan siya.
Siyempre hindi ako tatawa doon.
Kaya,
Ano ko yun?
ulitin ko yung tanong.
Okay, sir.
Nahihiya ba kayo maging honest sa parents or sa family, especially about pag mental health, yung pag-uusapan, gano'n?
I think at some point for years, oo. Ayun yung parang same narrative na, oo nga, ang dami nilang iniisip, gano'n. Alam pag nakita mo, like, super busy. Sa trabaho, ganyan, uuwi, pagod, parang may oras pa ba para dito?
Parang yun na yung tulong mo sa kanila.
Ganun kasi ang nangyayari yun nga. Parang balik na tayo sa resilience. Yung nangyayari, nagpa-bottle up na lang, ganun. Like, it doesn't really help anything, ganun. Parang there should have been space for communication. Sana, na-address sana yung concerns, yung mga problems. I think yung nangyari din sa akin is, dahil nga hindi nga nasanay ng gano'n, throughout the years, ito, parang, kaya inisip ko parang hiya pa rin ba siya ngayon? Kasi ang nangyari is, hindi na siya wala, parang hindi na ako nahihiya na sabihin ko ba hindi. Ang nangyari na lang is, hindi ko gustong sabihin, like, hindi ko, meron nangyari sa akin, hindi ko gustong sabihin, hindi ko gustong ilapit sa kanila, ganun, kasi nasanay na ako umasa sa sarili ko. Yes, yun nga, I rely on myself emotionally. Isip ko parang, bother naman, hindi na ba yung communication, so hindi rin naman ako comfortable. Sorry, maanta.
Ayun, dun yung papasok yung negative part ng resiliency. Kasi yung na-abuse mo yung sarili mong kakayanan. Kasi akala mo, kaya mo lang, tinitis mo hanggang sa mag-outburst ka na later on.
Di parang Mount Mayon yan eh, parang...
may ilalabas mo sa ibang mga bagay, ibang mga paraan. So sa case ko naman, yung meron sa akin. Ang ginagawa ko is, feeling ko ito yung parang manifestation ng hiya sa akin is, since hindi kami nasanay maging, ginagawa ko lang yung nakasanayan ko, yung parang yung established social norm sa bahay namin na, bawal malungkot, bawal So, ang ginagawa ko...
Yung parang na-invalidate tuloy yung feelings mo. And dahil doon, salo dumagdag mo sa mga reason na nag-offer like,
So, parang by this point, like, hindi na siya kaya solusyonan kasi tapos na yun eh. Ibang panahon na siya. Oo, parang it could have been, I guess, resolved nung bata pa ako. Pero ngayon, kaya ko sarili ko.
Addition ko lang din, kasi similar din sa experience ko, kuya. Yung parang, kasi I grew up in a parang business-minded family. Talagang yung time nila, like business, and ako, like study, doing yung mga bata things. Ayun. So parang nakasanayan na din na magtago ng nararamdaman ko. So parang isip ko na, baka parang kahinaan, gano'n. Or at the same time, parang magkakos siya, pwede siyang mag-cause ng misunderstanding. Kasi madalas mangyari yun sa family namin. So, yung misunderstanding talaga, which is, parang ayoko magpunta sa ganun kasi napaka physically and emotionally tiring.
Saka, I think it's another reason why yung kids at our age, kids talaga. Yung kids our age, parang more on nag-open up sa friends. Honest ako personally. Kasi yung parents or family, parang di nila permanent mentality na di nila tayo maintindihan.
Yes.
Kasi ang iba yung generation nila sa generation natin. And yung generation gap. So I think it's another factor din.
May, ano talaga, may generational thing happening.
Yung parang sila kasi parang sort of parang samurai pa rin eh. Parang may silang sariling ka-pride in their era. Pero pang coming up into the next era, parang
For me naman kasi, growing up as a, well, for most of my life, I am an only child. Ano din kasi, late na kasi dumating yung kapatid ko.
Gano'n ka rin?
Like 9 years? 9 years! Parang nga kami ng kapatid ko. Oo, ganun siya ka-late. Tapos parang, yung una kasi, si daddy is younger sa mami ko. 2 years older si mami. So, siya yung unang nag-work, siya yung unang parang umalis, nag-ano kasi siya pharmacist. Tapos, nung dumating na yung time na si daddy naman yung umaalis, kasi nag-seaman siya. So, nakasanayan ko na wala siya palagi sa bahay. Lagi kong sinasabihan si mami, lagi ko siyang natichika, ganun. Tapos kapag ka nandyan naman si daddy, hindi ako nag-engage sa kanya. So parang, lagi niya ako ina-encourage ni mami na kausapin mo si daddy mo kasi minsan lang sa bahay. Tapos parang ako, hindi ko yun gusto kasi ayoko nang pinipilit ako in a way. Tapos parang sinasabi niya sa akin na baka nahihiya ka lang kasi wala siya dito palagi. Tapos parang ako, hindi naman sa ganun na reason na nahihiya ako sa kanya. Pero more like, ang layo niya in a way, kahit man young pa lang ako that time, na parang I feel like wala na akong connection sa kanya. Tapos parang ngayon, ano pa rin naman siya, seaman pa rin siya. Parang nagtatry siyang i-rebuild yung bond na yun. Kasi parang yung bond na yun nag-exist lang nung wala pang job siya. Kasi nung si mami pa lang yun. Parang siya pa yung naging katropa ko. Tapos ngayon, parang ano na lang, mas chill na kami, hindi na gano'ng ka-tense. Kayo ba sa sa mga family situation nyo na, or kahit man sa kakilala nyo na tao or friend man na malayo yung kunwari close friend or yung sa family member man. Natingin nyo ba na parang mali or parang wrong yung sa yung pagka-push away nila tapos parang i-label as other parent or ng other friends pagka na-look in dun sa family situation nila?
I think yung kasi they're also the victim of their own circumstances for me. Kasi yung generation nila, siyempre merong war nun. So, yung parents nila, which is yung grandparents natin, parang sabihin, kailangan na magtrabaho. Hindi naman talaga kasi naghirap nun eh. So, they're so focused na mag-work talaga. So, we can't blame them if parang mali sila. And also, we can't also blame ourselves, nahihiya tayo kasi we don't know how to approach them.
Pero yung problema is minsan kasi mahirap mag-compromise kasi masyadong matataas yung pride. Example niya kasi is yung medyo father ko, parang mahirap kami mag-compromise kasi ayaw niya ako intindihin. So parang parang siya pa yung patriarch ng family. So medyo parang nahirapan ako mag-understand sa kanya or understand niya ako pero parang as a child or as his son na try ko yung best ko na para ma-understand niya. Pero sometimes pa rin kasi na parang sobrang hirap talaga ma-bridge yung connection niya na may strange ka talaga. As in parang lambat ang mga ko. Parang titreat niya ba ako parang anak niya? Parang pero
nakikita ko yun nga, parang isa sa malaking harang din to establish that connection nga is pride. Pero I think, on the other hand, meron din kasing parents na, alam mo yun, parang sinisikap nga nilang mag-understand, pero bakit parang hindi pa rin nila? And I think, there's the misunderstanding na, kaya hindi ka nagkoconnect kasi baka nahihiya.
Yung barrier.
I think, siya, hindi. Feeling ko parang mislabel siya, hindi siya hiya. It's just that, yun nga, yung connection, hindi siya na-establish when there was a critical time for that. Hindi siya na-establish. And the more as time passed, parang it just naturally went away. Parang hindi siya, tulad ng yung sagot ko dun sa question mo, hindi siya hiya, and hindi mo rin kasalanan.
Parang nahihirapan kasi yung connection mo, yung gaining connection.
Pero hindi mo rin yun kasalanan kasi naturally yun nangyari. Parang ang weird naman.
Nakasanayan
Oh,
din.
oh,
Nakalakihan. Ayun.
Oo, ang weird naman kung bawa, time ng childhood mo, wala siya. Tapos biglang pagdating niya, uy!
Parang worse to na yung Korean. Simula nung
Oo.
ano kayo.
Oo, wala yun sa loob mo. So parang, yeah, I guess there's that tendency na parang,
Maninibago siya, syempre, sa
Oo.
environment
tapos
niya.
ikaw syempre mahiya ka, sabi ko parang, ano ko to tatay ko to, nanay ko to, ano ko to, bakit ganito ako, may mali ko, may kulang ka. Wala naman.
Ganun ito
lang
nararamdaman
din
ko,
talaga
pero
yun.
hindi yun din nararamdaman ko.
Oo, hindi siya hiya, hindi siya ganun lang talaga yung nangyari.
Kasi yun ang nakasanayan niya.
Basta,
Mahirap din naman na mag-shift ka from positive to negative or negative to positive, di ba?
ganun.
Meron siyang pang kasi na parang barrier kasi parang kailangan mo i-overpass yung barrier na bago mo ma-reach yung connection. Parang sa TV na connection ba yun?
So, in regards to that, ano sa tingin yung parang steps or like, ano yung mga key na parang ma-overcome natin yung ganun? I know na mahirap and I think it takes a lot of time and process. Pero ano yung mga small steps that we can take para sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon na nakaka-relate?
Sino
Sino
ang
sa'yo?
Sinasala.
Ano ba?
Ano?
Siguro sa akin, based on experience and meron akong I can say sino kasi I'm studying that person. Basis doon sa nakita ko sa kanya, siguro yung unang step na nagustuhan ko na ginawa niya is yung siya yung nag-open up. Siya yung nag-start ng conversation or nakikonnect, which is, buti na lang, nag-reciprocate yung other end. Kasi after nun, habang tumatagal, parang mas nagiging, mas bumabalik sa dati, yung sa kanila. Kasi they've been together for, nung bata pa siya, then biglang suddenly nawala yung isa, umalis, and then biglang bumalik. So, ang siguro is, ikaw, kung sino sa inyo yung initiate talaga. Kung sa tingin mo yung isa, hindi nag-i-initiate, well, it's your choice kung gusto mo bang ituloy yung relationship na yun or hindi. So, kung gusto mo ituloy, mag-initiate, kayo mag-initiate. So, parang it's between the two of you talaga. Kung sino mag-oo ng, parang first move.
Yung first step.
First step, that is to open up the gate. Ayun.
Ayun.
Sa akin naman, I guess parang, good yun. Kasi kailangan talagang may mag-umpisa Pero kahit gano'ng kahirap, kung gusto. Oo. And kung gusto rin mag-reciprocate. Pero parang, relationship, connection, and trust. Pwedeng pilitin. Ganun. So parang, someone has to initiate, someone has to reciprocate. But at the same time, parang we need to recognize and respect na yung relationship, yung connection, intimacy, it takes time. So, either it will naturally do that way if things are in accord or hindi. Kung meron conflict na hindi na talagang ma-resolve, magkaibang paniniwala or hindi may resolve, hindi pwedeng hanggang doon na lang talaga.
Ano ko nun?
Oo. Anong magagawa natin?
Parang acceptance stage na tinatawag.
Acceptance stage, the 5 stages of depression.
Ayun.
Baka may stigma din kasi around kapag yung sa sinabi niya na parang kapag may bond na hindi na pwedeng ma-rebuild or maayos man, i-judge ka ng family member man or ng friends.
Oo, yan.
Na parang, bakit hindi mo kaya sila i-forgive, hindi mo sila kaya maya?
Pala decisions sila.
Bakit ikaw ba alam mo yung inanda ko? Parang gano'n. So parang sa tingin niyo ba tama ba yun na mayroong outside eye to say that to you parang or to another person?
Alright. As much as we want to expound on that topic, I think we should move on to our Never Have I Ever segment. Right?
Okay.
Pero siguro, wait, pwede mag-add lang ako. Sorry.
Go ahead lang.
Yung sagutin ko lang yung question niya para hindi natin malive. Ang ano ko doon, hindi ako, I disagree. Kasi hindi naman, sarili yung problema yung first A and B party yan eh. Bakit may third party? Di ba? Bakit sila mangingialam? Hindi naman nila alam yung buong story. Kaya hindi talaga maganda yung may say yung, okay lang may say sila, kaso hindi mo naman talaga dapat na yung mga unnecessary responses or statement na bakit hindi, parang sila yung nagde-decision. Ano yung decision yan? So, ayun, hindi naman talaga tama yun.
Wait, sorry, overtime lang. Pero na kasi yung culture kasi sa Philippines, parang collective siya na dapat close tayong lahat. Na hindi pwedeng hindi ka close kay lola mo, hindi ka close kayo. Dapat close kayo kasi ganun yung parang, yun yung culture natin, yun yung parang ever since that's when we grew up with. Ayun.
Alright, sige. Simulan na natin yung never have I ever moment. Kasi hindi ka nag-overtime na tayo. Ganun ka-enjoy natin eh.
Yan. So, for your first prompt, ang magsasalita is yung makaka-relate. Okay? So, first prompt, never have I ever bottled up my emotions to seem resilient.
Ako, actually. Ikaw muna kaya, Fernand.
I guess na mostly ito kasi sa school ko dati, it's more of parang kailangan ko i-bottle up yung feelings ko para may tsura akong elite na student. Pero masasabi ko lang is na during that time na nagpo-focus ako mag-build sa connections ko, mga relationships ko, other than na nagpo-focus sa studies ko. Pero yun nga, at least nakakapasa pa rin pero parang ayaw ko talaga na ma-push down sa grades. Alam ko marami talaga mga students yan na push down sa mga grades ngayon or mga gusto maging honor student para yung parents ko hindi na mag-alala sa tuition ko. Pero I think na dapat mag-focus, mag-build sa connection sa iba, ma-improve yung mental state nyo. Yun nga, make friends, so to speak. Yun yung mag-carry sa inyo in the future. Kasi mas pwede natin sabi na matututo ka lang in the future, pwede naman na turuan lang yung how to do this, how to do that. Experience lang naman yon. Pero yung connection or yung ability to make connections, yun yung pinaka hardest skill to get in the future or hard to do in the future.
Honestly, parang din, kasi nag-raise ako ng hand. Kasi parang, nung bata pa ako, meron akong type of complex na parang gusto ko magmukhang superior. Ako yung nilook up to. Parang may ganun akong complex dati. Tapos yung parang gusto ko magmukhang senpai na ewan.
Akala ko yung complex.
Hindi, grabe. Hindi, yung parang lang, ako yung idol ba. Tapos parang kapag tinignan ako or pinag-uusapan ako yung strong friend, ako yung therapy friend, ako yung reliable, parang it feels good kasi. It feels good that way. Tapos parang, pero in the inside, madami na.
Okay na?
Sige.
Second prompt, never have I ever thought that therapy and counseling was only for people with very serious mental health issues.
Alin yun? Sorry.
Yung basic pag-iisip mo yung therapy lang for much more serious na issues. Yun.
I have never thought that way.
Sige, bakit?
Ako,
Sige. Ako, never ko siyang inisip kasi siguro kasi ever since bata ako. Ganyan. Parang kasi, parang into psychology na talaga ako. And I feel like kahit stress kayo, you have to take therapy, ganun. And you shouldn't, pupiyo. You shouldn't parang gawing standard yung therapy na parang i-label ka na, ay, mentally, serious na yung mental illness nito. Ganun. And minsan kasi, di ba, meron yung kahit yun,
Sorry, hindi ako gano'n.
Ayaw kayo po gano'n kasi tayo.
Kasi I've experienced this noon. I was diagnosed with GAD, so General Anxiety Disorder. I've discovered that kasi siguro relationships na din. Di ko itatagal yun. Relationships, napakalaking factor niya. So I have problems with my relationships. It affected me to the point na halos everyday I feel so down. Talagang hindi ko alam kung bakit ako nagkakalagnat. Nung una naman talaga akong sakit. So ayun, I decided to patago nga lang to kasi ayoko sabihin sa mama ko na hindi ako or sa family ko. Ayoko pala sa kanya kasi baka sabihin nila, nag-i-inerte lang yan, ganyan. Ayoko na, ayun, so patago ako nag-consult sa doctor, psychiatrist, knowing na ayun nga, yung mentality na parang pupunta lang ako sa, magkakonsult lang ako ng therapy kasi sa tingin ko malala na siya. Pero at the same time, dapat hindi naman talaga kasi yung mentality na yung kung kailan malala lang tsaka ka lang pupunta, pangit yun. Which is, nag-guilty ako, sorry dun Sorry, pero anyway, yun nga, dapat kahit alam mo meron ka pinagdadaanan, hindi naman talaga mali pumunta sa therapist. Hindi talaga siya mali. That's why we should break that kind of mentality na porkat yung baliw ka, porkat nag-therapy ka, baliw ka na hindi. It's just a way or step or a help na din to be a better version of you. Ayun.
And not only that, nakakatulong siya.
Sorry.
Nakakatulong kasi siya sa mental resources. So, ano yung parang view mo doon?
Medyo iba yung akin. Kasi pero gusto ko siya sabihin. Kasi really, nakwento na natin siya kanina, napag-usapan na natin siya kanina about religion. Ayun nga. Kasi yung akin naman, ang sagot ko doon, hindi. Dun sa pro. Kasi, hindi siya pumasok sa isipan ko. Nung bata ko. Like, naano ko lang mag-psychology, nalaman ko lang yung tungkol sa psychology. Senior high school ako dahil sa PERDEV, sa personal development. Before that, hindi. Ang alam ko, if you have problems like that, what you need to do is, you gotta pray, you gotta double your efforts in your, so, yun. Which is sad, kasi I experienced a lot of crisis, but did it help me? It cost me a lot of money. It cost me a lot of, it did not solve, it did not solve it. Secret name.
I guess our never have I ever segment is kind of over, so I think we should move on to our stay tuned for part 2 basically.
Hi, it's Javi and welcome back to my channel. Ako Palinde, welcome back sa second episode ng Let's Be Psychology, which is yung Aninag sa Alapaap. So dun sa part 1, we have talked about resiliency and stigma, and nakatakal din natin yung about sa hiya. So in regards sa hiya, di ba parang connected siya dun sa guilt. So what can you say about it?
Sige. Kuya,
Guilt in general.
tatanungin ko sana in what terms
Okay, sasabihin ko sana, describe muna natin.
Sino mo ako nasa
I think parang to put it simply, yung hiya is the feeling we get when meron ng ginawa na hindi ko gumasa sa social norms or we present ourselves to other people in the public na hindi kaya-aya, gano'n. Pero yung guilt, there's a matter of parang right and wrong na you feel guilty when you've done something wrong or when you think you've done something wrong and you feel responsible for it. Ganun.
So, I'm gonna ask this now. Why shouldn't we feel guilty or burdened whenever we ask for help? Kasi parang, based from my personal experience, na parang, minsan parang feel ko na parang, binaburden ko ba yung best friend ko? Na share ko yung mga
Overwhelmed
problems. Parang problems
Parang
ko.
nagka-trauma dump ka. Ayun.
So, yun na. Ano sa tingin mo?
Sino mo na?
Tingin ko sa... I think there's no like clear-cut rule or like specific rule na, you should feel guilty, you should not feel guilty. Instead, case-to-case basis din talaga siya. Like, you, parang more than anyone else, parang the ones talaga na makakaintindi sa status din ninyo, yung like, yung nature ng relationship niyo is kind of, and would it be appropriate, like, considering that, would it be appropriate to open up, ganun? Kasi if you feel guilty, for example, you're really down, and your best friend is really down as well, then you feel guilty about that. We should not invalidate your feelings of guilt. Kasi, aware ka, diba? Ganun. Valid siya. I'm not saying na okay siya na, pero I mean, valid yung nararamdaman na gano'n. Oo. Yung ano lang, siguro, in contrast, yung magandang comparison is, when you feel guilty seeking professional help. Oo. Wait, did I answer your question?
Yeah, I feel like you answered my question pretty much.
Okay.
Gets it,
Ano, sige.
What about you? What's your view?
Yung sa akin lang kasi, in connection doon, like, yun nga, dapat, for me lang, based on my experience na din, kasi, hindi naman, never mo naging kasalanan magkaroon ng mental health problem. Kasi ang problema, dumadating talaga sa atin yan. Ang take natin doon is, kung paano natin haharapin, di ba? Pero kasi kung, hindi naman talaga dapat, for me lang hindi sa ini-invalidate ko yung iba. Like, hindi mali na mag-seek ka ng tulong sa iba. Kasi, pag, limbawa, example, scenario is, pag nalulunod ka, mamimili ka pa ba ng tutulong sa'yo? Diba? That's why, ayun lang yung take ko when it comes to that. So, yeah, ayun.
It's nice to know naman your take naman on the situation I'm given. Ano naman? Wala parang feeling ko rin kasi minsan kasi na parang medyo parang feeling guilty talaga ako na minsan talaga na kasi minsan sobrang serious yung problema na pagka share ko parang feeling parang very heartbreaking or parang I'm on the verge of crying parang gano'n. Tapos parang pagka-share ko sa iba, do you think na parang madidepress sila sa pagkarinig nila na parang feeling na ayaw ko na marinig nito.
Parang pagiging thoughtful mo na din sa kanila, gano'n. Nangyayari talaga yan, lalo na pag very thoughtful person ka.
So I guess yung parang what we can do there then is tulad ng like trigger warnings, disclaimers, and we're gonna like emotional dump and whatnot. When we're just gonna open something delicate, we're always gonna ask permission. So sabihin natin, like, can I talk to you about something difficult? Like, I have something on my mind. Ikaw yung nilalapitan ko. Pero, kung kaya mo lang naman yun. Kasi kung yun pang what if yung tao is
Hindi ready.
Parang asking permission na din. For their time na din kasi in respect to their own valuable time yan.
Oo. So we ask permission. Tsaka para ready na rin. Kasi baka bigla, uy, best ano ba?
Hindi ka lang magsama. Kakagaling lang yan ng breakup. Di ba? Nag-break.
Oo, gano'n. So, ano ba rin? Yun lang courtesy, kundi concern and
Parang lumulugar ka. Alam mo kung saan yung limitation na yung lugar mo. Parang gano'n.
What would you say is appropriate situations to share your burdens? If you have any examples to say.
Parang establish an appropriate environment for the two of you to start or engage on something. Parang gano'n.
Do you think counted yung parang inuman, yung parang pupunta sa bar tapos parang, pwede mo.
I think madalas kasi mangyari yan. Pero kung nakadepende talaga sa point of view ng tao kung para sa kanila is kung ano yung parang okay sa kanila.
For different people din kasi parang iba yung gusto nilang setting. For some friend group, gusto nila nag-aano sa KTV, bar, gano'n. For some naman gusto nasa bahay, tapos parang ano lang, nag-hangout lang sila, tapos doon mag-open up, parang doon sa yun yung sinasabing paglulugar. Tsaka siguro din yung pag sa time. Minsan kasi makikita mo dun sa facial expression ng tao kung down sila.
Mababasa mo yun eh.
Minsan madaming tao na you can read the expression on their face very quickly. So parang pagka sa ganun siguro kumustahin mo muna sila tapos test the waters in a way na parang baka kasi hindi sila in the mood to talk, ganun. Tapos kapag ganun siguro ka muna, help back in a way.
Pero pag gano'n, like, for example, yun nga, tinanong mo ko na, tinanong ko si Red, pwede ba katang? Sinabi niya hindi. So what will you do about those feelings na kailangan mo talagang ilabas?
Yeah.
Magigilty ka na lang ba na, ay, gano'n, or mahihiya ka pa ba, or what?
Kasi hindi naman talaga mali or kasalanan ang pag-open up eh. It's just in the terms of respect the respecting the environment or your whoever that is, and also parang permission or consent, kasi consent talaga consent, and also the space, safe space na in-establish niya sa isa't isa.
Pero ano, like yun nga, tulad sinabi niya, what if yung persons closest to you na nilalapitan mo is unavailable that time? Hindi rin naman nila kasalanan.
Oo, hindi din naman nila.
So, ano nang mangyayari sa'yo?
Anong gagawin niyo sa feelings?
So, I think this is, wala lang, it feels like a shameless plug, pero ito naman talaga yun. So, this is the point, I mean, there's many points to, seek professional help. Pero ayun nga, in contrast, kasi, the people we know, of course, we rely on them, they rely on us, pero seeking professional help talaga is more important kasi tulad ng field din ng psychology is this is meant to help people, like we study, we educate ourselves, so and we equip ourselves so we can help people in instances like this na hindi readily available para sa like normal people, kasi even this field is technical siya, diba? There's just some stuff na kailangan mo lang talagang aralin. Malalaman mo talaga by yourself. Halimbawa, nagkwento ka sa best friend mo, basta alam mo ba? Oo nga, so true. Ano na nangyari, diba? Okay, nag-vent nga, pero may na-resolve ba yung problem and na need i-address na.
More on na-acknowledge lang siya, pero resolve. Unsure.
Focus niya is on sympathy other than empathy. Kasi yun nga, pag may nanonood ng mga TED Talk video, may parang in-explain doon is how empathy is much more effective than sympathy. Kasi in sympathy kasi, parang sisa mo lang, parang pero di mo na-experience yung event, parang I kind of feel that. So, pero versus
half-hearted.
Half-hearted. Versus sa empathy, you were in his shoes already. Alam mo na yung experience, napagdaanan ka na rin yan. May parang ginawa, parang ma-cope ko, kaya mo cope yung
nakikiconnect ka talaga.
There's only I think there's so much a person can do na hindi professional. Kasi kapag ka sa friends, di ba sinasabi therapy friend? Tapos parang I don't think it's fair for the therapist friend na yung laging binapagsakan na taga-salaw na parang siya laging pupuntahan. Tapos yung pagka meron ng time na siya naman yung nahihirapan, mahirap nang mag-seek ng help or to look for someone else na parang ganong level ng
kasi habang tumatagal bumibigat din yan para sa kanila. So wala silang parang refresher para doon sa scenario na yun.
Very student experience. Ang maging sponge.
Meron na ba kayo na experience na situation na nag-guilty kayo sa pagka-share or pagka-share experiences mo? Meron kayo na?
Madami.
grabe, ang straightforward
Walang hesitation.
Ayun o, walang iya.
Ayun, madami. Kasi considering na kalimitan ng mga friends ko or yung mga circle of friends or yung mga tao na nakapaligid sa akin is mga busy or talagang achievers or may sarili silang experiences din sa buhay, madami silang problema, which is I really na-witness ko. So parang meron times talaga na ang daming beses na nagkakaroon ako ng episodes or attacks for me na kailangan ko mag-vent. Kaso nag-guilty ako kasi ayoko naman dumagdag sa kanila. Ganon. Like, feel ko, nasa lugar ba ako para magsabi sa kanila? Or ipagpalipas ko na lang muna, which is nakakalungkot na hindi siya maganda, to be honest. Hindi maganda yung effect niya. Kasi pag pinagpalipas mo siya, dadating yung mayroong times na makakalimutan mo na siya. So anong mangyayari? Dadagdag na lang siya sa susunod mong magiging problema. So ayun. Nagkakuyagan. Parang alam ko meron din.
Siyempre, marami. Pero yung sa case ko naman, kasi when I had nag-establish ng good relationships and meaningful relationships with people that we count on. since yun nga, nasanay na ako always relying on myself, tapos other people relying on me, ang nangyari is, at some points lang, meron talaga mga times na sobra. Sa sarili ko, gano'n, na hindi ko kaya. Tapos what happens is, of course, I do, like I mess up, do something wrong. Kasi, parang nga, parang sumabog na nga, gano'n. Nag-burst out na, gano'n. Tapos, ang sinasabi niya sa akin is, sabihin mo sa akin, communicate mo sa akin, ganito, like, sige, alalahanin ko yung scenario. Parang ganito.
Flashback.
Flashback. Ang sasabihin ko, nakakapagod maging malakas. Hindi ko naman ginusto maging malakas, nakakapagod. Tapos sabihin sa akin, kaya nga ako nandito eh. Communicate mo sa akin, sabihin mo sa akin, umasa ka sa akin. Tapos naisip ko, man.
Ganun lang pala yung realization yung
Pero, sige. Noted. Next na.
Pero kasi, yung sir na, andito naman ako, pero makipag-communicate ka sa akin. Parang easier said than done na, okay, kasi napag-usapan na rin natin yung over-reliance, yung hiya, and everything. So, hindi naman, for me hindi super dali yung makipag-communicate ka, ganun. So, in regards to that, ano yung masasabi nyo? Like, dun sa mga taong nahihirapan makipag-connect sa iba. Or dun kahit sa kunwari, meron naman talagang friend na willing to listen, pero hindi niya talaga kaya eh. Parang ganun, parang nahihirapan siya. So, what can you say or what can you advise about that?
I think it's important din na merong support system somewhere else na hindi lang isang friend group, isang tao lang. Saka merong silang coping mechanism in a way na hindi lang, kasi may ibang coping mechanism, mag-vent out to a friend, di ba? Pero yung meron din dapat yung kapag ka nasa on your own ka, na hindi ka, hindi ka makapag-vent to a friend, dapat yung coping mechanism mo is, sa ibang cases, mag-listen to music, tapos mag-stay in bed all day, ganon, na parang maganda na meron siyang separate coping mechanism for different kinds of situations. Tapos, well, in addition to that, sa tingin nyo, ano yung mga magagandang healthy coping mechanisms? Self-worth. Yes. Slay. Yes.
Self-worth talaga.
Feeling ko, important din nga talaga yung change ng mindset. Kasi if something is parang going on in your head, parang you feel stuck, parang there's really no progress, then maybe we need a different kind of attack to the problem, diba? So like a different mindset, ganyan. Wala lang, naalala ko lang yung sabi ni Sister Mabel, yung sabi niya just do the next right thing. So, if, no matter how big or small, just do the next right thing. If that means preparing your next meal para hindi ka malipasan, do it. If that means getting a cup of water so you stay hydrated, do it. Ganon. If that means finishing your academics or cleaning up your room or doing something bigger, then do it. Yung do the next right thing is sensitive to you, what you're capable of at the moment. Basta, the point is, always be on the move. Like, don't get stuck, always be on the move. If you can't foresee many steps ahead, then just focus on one at one time. And parang that can give you the confidence, the motivation to continue na, kaya mo naman pala yung mga ganitong bagay. Maybe you can do more.
Tsaka I think parang wag yung rest, di ba? Parang hindi nila yun hindi nila tingnan yung rest as something negative. I think rest can also be seen as something, as moving. Kasi kapag sobrang overwhelming na ng mga nangyayari, parang ako personally parang mas lalo tuloy akong na-overwhelm kapag lalo akong pinupush na gagawa ko, I need to move it, gano'n. Pero kapag nag-rest ka, like kunwari manood ng Netflix, mag-sim,
Madalas ka doon. From experience pa yan.
mag-span, mga ganun ba? you should do it. Hindi mo sabihin, ay, nag-rest ako, ba't ako nag procrastination ba to? Huwag ganun. Like, you should, value din yung rest. Ayun.
Kaya siguro na feel guilty din sila minsan kasi hindi nila alam yung tunay na halaga nila bilang tao. Ayun.
I'd say na very important rin yung duration of the rest. Kasi meron talaga kasi some students na kailangan mag-take ng 1 year na break kasi sa sobrang stressful ng studies or personal life. Di parang bad na talaga mag-take ng year-long breaks or 2-year-long breaks depende sa mental state ng student. Kasi alam ko minsan kasi most ng mga views ng mga adults or sometimes students na taking year-long breaks is too long na parang okay ka lang na within 3 weeks, mga 2 months. Pero hindi naiisip kasi yung nasa loob ng minsan ng mind ng student na parang how much nag-accumulate yung stress na malalabas lang yun within a very long break. Kasi doon parang nahanap yung student yung self nila, anong gusto nilang gawin sa buhay. Reflection, important yung reflection minsan kasi minsan hindi tayo mag-reflect sa anong gusto talaga natin. So yun nga, hindi dapat ma-view as a bad thing yung how long yung lengthy breaks na parang year-long pa naman.
I guess ang important lang is like whether we're actually like working towards like a difficult goal or we're resting. Kasi resting is still working towards a goal. Kasi you're
Purpose lang
you're taking a break so you can reach farther. We're always directed. Kasi iba yung rest and being not okay. So magiging stagnant. Like, yun nga, alam natin kung anong talaga yung gusto natin, alam natin kung ano yung kailangan natin gawin, alam natin yung self-worth natin, and alam natin concrete steps natin towards
May plan tayo.
Ganun.
So may rason kung bakit ka nagpapahinga, which is okay naman siya. Hindi siya mali. Never naging mali ang pagpapahinga talaga para ma-achieve mo pa yung mga ibang gusto mong gawin.
Para mag-recharge ba?
I think it's important din na to more on say it as pause imbes na stop. Kasi iba na yung stop talaga na ayaw mo na wala nang chance or anything.
Di ba nga, yung cellphone niya nga, di ba? Hindi mo one person na tatakbuhin niyo pa sa kabilang kwarto baka lang ma-charge siya. Dapat sa inyo, ganun din talaga dapat.
I think every person knows their limits, pero some of them are in denial of that limit.
Yun ang problem.
Parang hindi, kaya ko pa to, kaya ko.
Pwede
Yun
ba
naman yung
i-push
over-reliance,
pa?
resilience na naman, like ganun.
Ito yung gusto ko i-pull up na question. Do you think yung retreats as parang proper form of break, parang maganda ba siyang retreats? Yung parang yung minsan yung school, parang punta tayo sa mga ibang places na tapos doon tayo mag-retreat there, or minsan yung yung online na retreats na pinapa-attend tayo ng teachers. Do you think a good form of break yun?
I think it depends on the person. Kasi merong iba na gusto yung different kind of retreat na parang it has nothing to do with religion. Parang kasi di ba most retreats sa school religious talaga na parang mag-sit around kayo as a class or isang So I think subjective siya to every person.
On the person, kung anong type ng retreat nila na gusto mong gawin. Pero dahil mabase doon, it's a good thing naman. Depende lang talaga sa type of retreat na gusto ng isang tao.
Try natin i-focus yung normal na retreat na binibigay ng schools, yung spiritual retreat. What do you think na parang effect din sa mga students? Parang good siya?
Spiritual growth and also sense of belonging in terms of spiritual awareness and also environmental surrounding awareness nila. Ayun, parang sinasenter nila yung sarili nila. Parang zen sa Japanese parang zen gano'n.
Tsaka sometimes it may provide a fresh perspective. Especially dun sa may mga ibang tao na hindi sila overly faithful or what. Tsaka I think in the end, meron din naman mga positive results doon. As long as safe siya, tsaka merong mga activities na fun, na hindi lang focus lang for spiritual growth.
I I think naman yung I mean, I understand yung perspective, pero I hope lang na wag yung ipilit. Like for example, yung mga students na yung mga atheist, kumbaga, or like non-believers, sana wag yung ipilit na, ay, kailangan maniwala ka. We should respect each other's beliefs na rin.
In terms of religion.
Or wag i-push.
Beliefs.
Pero in general naman, retreats like those are very helpful naman.
Ano lang, like if we're talking about rest, di naman tayo like mga retreat or ganito, or retreat or stuff, pero hindi naman. Parang rest, pwede siyang maging holistic na, that's part of it. It's part of the program. But there are also other things na you do as well.
Grabe ang fruitful ng ng usapan natin.
Medyo na tayo sa isang void.
Feeling ko ready na tayo sa next segment. Kayo ba? Ako ready na.
Ready na.
Ano kaya yun?
Ano ba
Medyo,
yun?
what if?
Ano kaya yun?
Ano ba yung next segment niya?
Ano ba yan?
Feeling ko surprise tayo dito.
Bagong ano na ba ito intentions?
Oh my God!
Bagong-bago.
Ano kaya yun?
Ay, sabi niya, na-hype na ako eh.
Ako ba magsasabi? Sino ba gusto magsabi?
Di ba yung
Ay, ako na! Sige, I think it's time na for the Never Have I Ever segment.
Ay, wow, bagong-bago.
Bago.
Bagong-bago na.
Well-hunted po.
Ayun.
Ayan, ready na ba kayo?
Yes.
Okay, first from never have I ever thought, wait, joke lang.
You pray.
Break ka sa yun. Break ka sa yun.
Ito, never have I ever avoided reaching out for help.
Never have I ever avoided reaching out.
Ako sa ay pwede ba? Ako like, pero kasi like, especially before, it's never been an option. So, hindi ka mag-hesitate kasi hindi na yung option sa'yo na mag-ask for help. Kasi nga, over-reliance, feeling independent, ayun. For me. Pero kayo?
Meron talaga times talaga nag-reach out na tao ng help. Actually, nangyari lang ito sa akin last Sunday. Nag-breakdown na ako talaga sa ulo ko. Parang hindi ko na nakayanan yung nangyayari around sa akin. Parang iniyak ko talaga yung mata ko. Pero yung kailangan ko is ng outlet na ilabas yung parang iyak ko or something. Or parang feeling ko parang yung outburst ko parang feeling na parang empty na parang iniyak ko nung sarili ko. Tapos yung mag-end up nangyari is na parang bobottle up ko na ulit yun. Parang sabihin ko na sa inyo na yan. Pang inabas ko sa ibang tao, parang feeling ko na nailabas ko yung feelings ko na naiintindihan niya yung feeling ko na parang meron na feel na sense of relief na parang nakakalimutan sa akin. So parang gano'n. I think mas important talaga na magkaroon ng help if ever. Kahit friend lang naman or some person na gusto na willing
To listen.
Grabe yung red flag ko. Saka ako nasabi yan. Kasi recently, yun nga, like, nahihirapan ako magsabi talaga considering yung, I have friends, yes, I have friends, but they're not really, like, yung sobrang close na friends. Meron tayong, iba-iba yung friends na meron ako eh. So, parang ang hirap magsabi. Ayun, so, parang, nahihirapan ako magsabi sa kanila. So, to the point na binabottle up ko talaga yung nararamdaman ko. To the point na, ang nangyayari, ang ginagawa ko nila, ang coping mechanism ko is yung iiiyak ko talaga siya. Which is never a bad thing. Never masama yung umiyak. Never kahinaan yung never kahinaan yung pag-iyak. Kasi it's also a coping mechanism na pwede mong gawin. In terms of, wala ko talagang masabihan. Ayun.
5 minutes. Wild card. Sa huling prompt, mag-isip kayo.
Nakatakot naman.
Any one of you. Kung may maiisip kayo na regarding or related dun sa mga napag-usapan nyo sa podcast. So, never have I ever blank.
Ay, ano ba yan? Kaya pala.
Hanggang naisip ko na lang, never have I ever nagka-jowa.
Never have I ever revealed my feelings to a random person on the street.
Hindi.
No. No. Wala kayo na ever na relate na kahit anong feelings nyo sa kahit anong tao sa...
Nag-reveal ka ng feelings.
Kasi parang minsan kasi parang kailangan mo yung outs, parang alam niyo yung jury minsan, di ba? Pang sa courtroom. Meron ba kayong nagkaroon ng case na parang umiyak ka lang sa street tapos meron isa nagsabi lang sa street na sabi na okay ka lang ba? Kahit guardia or
Buti na lang wala sa akin. Kasi napalayas ako dati ilang beses na, pero walang tao. Buti na lang, madaling araw yun. So wala akong masasabihin. Pero ayun.
I would say never kasi in general, hindi ako all that type of person to be open with friends or family talaga. So what more if sa stranger, di ba? And a lot of the times, pagka kunwari mag-isa ako sa labas, I really feel unsafe. Ewan ko kung bakit, basta ganun.
Trust issues.
May trust issues talaga. Yun talaga yun, let's be real. Basta kaya it's already hard enough to pagka ini-encourage ka ng friends mo or family to open up, pero hindi talaga ako ganon. So what more kapag ka sa mga random strangers?
Ako naman, ako talaga, like, opposite tayo. Kasi I feel more at ease sa strangers tuloy. Kasi di nila ako makikita ulit. So walang hiya. I mean, hindi yung walang hiya as in na walang hiya. Yung parang, I don't feel ashamed to open up. Di ko na kailangan mag-hold back kasi di ko naman siya, di niya naman ako kailangan. Parang di na nila ako i-judge or hindi ko na sila i-judge. And goodbye na after ko masabi yun. So parang, pero yung sa tanong is, never pa, pero if may chance, like, kunwari gano'n, I think di naman ako mag-hesitate ng super gano'n.
Gusto mo i-try? What if?
Well, sige ako na din, parang pleasant never, feeling ko, displace yung hiya and, yung konsepto ng hiya ngayon. Kasi, social norms, parang, yung, that kind of, intimate na, is reserved for private spaces only. Hindi pa ito sa pagkakaintindi ko or yun.
Kaya mo yan, kuya.
If I'm gonna reveal, siguro baka sa akin sa sa bahay nga, like like wearing masks sa kaya sa public pa kaya, like I am conforming, ayun, na walang like undisturbed, okay lang, ganyan.
So I think that's all for today's episode. Ano ba? Vlogging channel na ba to? Joke lang. For you, Ate Ral, tsaka Kuya Abraham, do you have anything to say to our viewers ba?
In terms of,
For this episode siguro yung mga topics na na-discuss natin.
siguro point lang, reminder, never naging mali ang magkaroon ng mental health. Never mo maging kasalanan. Never, never, never. Ayan.
Hindi mo pinili na magkaroon ng ganun.
Exactly. So, never blame yourself, bakit mo na-experience nun. Never blame yourself, bakit ganun ka mag-isip, ganun ka umakto, ganun ka gumalaw. So, it's never your fault.
Ikaw po yung
So bagay, there's another like, there's genetic and environmental
Meron
factors
talaga.
So, ako, final words, siguro dalawa ako tatlo. Una, like gusto ko lang balik yung sinabi ko kanina. Parang controversial, hindi ko alam, pero sa akin okay lang siya. First, I am not undermining government or public
You are not
services.
naman.
Yes, I am not undermining family. My point lang is we recognize their roles and the limitations they have. And recognize and yun yung hingin natin sa kanila. So for example, public services, that's expected from the government. Emotional connections and companionship is expected from the family.
Yes,
So, again, yung second is, if you need to seek professional help, go seek professional help. It can be difficult, but that concern, that anxiety is valid. Pero sometimes this is really the step that you need to resolve yung concerns mo. And third is be a little kinder to yourself, especially if you need it. Tulad din nga ng sabi, Ayun. Ayun na, tulad na banggit mo kanina. Lahat ng tao may red flags. Oo, parang there's this cancel culture na, may red Never. Yes.
Lahat talaga.
Oo,
Kahit
lahat.
saan ka magpunta, lahat.
Oo.
Diyos ko, madami.
Lahat ng tao may red flags. Ang important is we recognize our own mistakes and we always seek to resolve them.
And be responsible na din talaga.
And always be kind to ourselves because the process of change is long, it's lengthy, and it's messy. Hindi porket na you failed today, is always, wala na, parang wala akong progress. No.
Walang permanent talaga.
Even if you feel, even if you lapse, that doesn't mean na wala kang progress. You continue to be a little kinder to yourself. If you need to, if you need guidance, if you need a break, go give it to yourself, then continue.
So parang, we didn't help but agree. Ako super agree ako sa mga sinabi nila. So with that, we really want to thank you, Ran and Kuya Abran, for being our guest in today's ganon. We are guests. Ayun. So of course, gusto rin namin pasalamatan yung mga taong made this episode possible. Sino kaya sila, Kuya Fernand?
Gusto namin paslaman yung mga PJ heads namin, si MJ, si Kuya MJ Masilang, at si Miss Gabrielle.
Yes! Ang aming madam. Kayo ganyan.
So of course, we also want to thank the recording crew, tsaka yung tech committee natin na andito until the end.
Yes. And we'd also like to thank our set designers and ganun eh. Father, sir.
Yan na natin kasi sayang.
Sir Manuel de la Cruz for everything.
Ayun. So of course, ayun na nga, don't forget to follow us. Don't forget to subscribe and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Oy, legit yun. DLSU-D DLSU-D Psychological Society on Facebook and YouTube. Tapos, DLSU DLSU_DPS on IG and Twitter. Tapos, Let's G Psychology sa Spotify.
Yes! Tapos, yung sa, since okay naman na, wala naman na tayo ibang kailangan isingit pa, baka meron pa dyan, wag na po. So, from DLSU-D Psychological Society, I am your host, Gabriel Escosar, and I am with
Timbangan.
And this is episode 2, Aninag sa Alapaap of DLSU-D Psychological Society podcast committee. Stay tuned sa next episode. Woo!
And that concludes our podcast episode today. And we would also like to give a special thanks to MOA Psychology Society and Lasallian Students Ambassadors.